Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial in Unity VFX Graph, and I'm gonna do some happy faces like you see on the screen. So as you see, there's a character running around and there is happy faces all over the place. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do these particles, and they're gonna fade away when they are close to the player and kind of just wobble around a bit in the air. So that's pretty much what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do this super easy face in Houdini. And if you have another program you want to do it, of course do it there. So without any further ado, let's get started. So we start in an empty scene that I have here. And in Houdini, I'm just going to make a super simple face. And I'm going to save this file. And I'm actually going to save it in here, so it pops up here. And when I have it here, all the other files that I save from Houdini we save here. So that's really nice. So I just make a geometry node, and I'm going to make a sphere. And this one going to be a polygon, a little bit more resolution. And this is going to have a color. We're going to set it to red. And that's because I'm going to change it in the shader later on. And also we're going to have an additional sphere. And this is going to be the eye. So if I just reference this one here and check here and press enter in the viewport, I can move this one around. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, 0.2. And this one going to be, yeah, maybe here. That's good enough. And then I'm just going to make a mirror like this. And then we have two. And this color going to be black. So if I take these two and merge it, we have a face like this. So we're just going to transform and make it 100 times bigger to compensate for the unit difference in Houdini and Unity. And then on ROP FBX, so we can save the file. So this is going to be our happy face. Also here, I'm going to do happy face, because this node will give the name on the mesh on inside the file. So if I save now, I'm going to explain for you. So if I do happy face dot underscore mesh like this and save it. And now here, when we have the FBX file, if we open it up here, that's why I named it happy face underscore mesh, because otherwise it has just a random name. So I want to control that. So this one, we have it here, and in order to use it in the VFX graph, we need also to make sure it's read and write here. So we check that and do apply. And then I'm going to make an material shader graph, URP, lit shader graph. It's going to be happy face. And if we open this one up, I'm just going to do the vertex color like this. And here we're going to have two colors. So this is going to be the eye color. And a duplicate, and that's going to be the body color. So we have these two here. We have these colors, and if you just use a lerp, and also if we do this split, so we just pick the red one, right? So in here, what's red is equal to 1. And what's black is equal to 0. So here you can see 0 is going to be the eyes because it's black, and red is equal to 1. So we will have red part is the body color. So we put it here, and this is the eye colors. And then we do base color. So eye color, I'm going to keep it at black, and the body color, the body color, I'm going to set an this kind of orange default value. So last thing, in graph settings, really important, support VFX graph. So we have it working inside VFX graph. Save asset. And now we can just make a material, create material. So now we have a happy face. So here we have it. We can change the colors if we want. Super nice. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make a grid. And the grid going to be for all the faces. So if we do create and do a VFX somewhere, here it is, a visual effect graph, and we do a minimal system. And I'm going to do happy face on that one too. So I'm just going to place it in the scene and open it up. So in here, we need to do some things. So this is a minimal system. The things we need to do, we're not going to add so much, but the first thing I want to do, this in initialize particle. This is the maximum amount of particle the system can have. And I'm going to do 100,000. And we're going to have like a box for the heads or happy faces. So we're going to make this an int. And this is going to be the size. So if we do size here, and in here we do spawn, and we do single burst, which means we're only going to do it once. So size, we're going to have a default value of 10. So 10 is that we will have a box 10 by 10 by 10. So the amount of particles we're going to have is times 3 times. So we're going to use a power node because it's going to be times itself 2 times. So if you do by 2, then we made it 2 times. Okay, well, okay. So this is kind of not multiplying itself by itself. Here, when you do 2, it's multiplied by itself 1 time. In here, it multiplied itself by itself 3 times. So 10 by 10 by 10, as we have here, is 1000. And if you see here, it's 1000. So that's what we have. So if you would do power of 2, we would only have 100. So we have 1000 particles. And so we're going to use this size one more time here. And I'm actually going to do the scene down here so we see it. So that's good. So here if we do like this, so we can give some more space here and here. So in here, we're going to do set random size. We want the size, and it's going to be, at the moment, I'm just going to put it to 1, And then we're actually going to set, we can do position first, and then I'll change it. So the position, and the way to do it, we get the particle ID. So we have, here is from 0 to 999, and that's equal to 1000 particles. So for each particle, we're going to do some calculation. So each particle going to generate a position. So that's, we're going to set the position now. And if you think about the X position here, it's only going to be X up until 10, then it's going to start over. So what we do, if we use modulo, and whenever, if we do like 5, every particle gonna go, when a particle's ID is 5, it's gonna go 0. When it's 6, it's gonna be 1. And when it, no, sorry. If this particle ID is 6, the result here is gonna be 1. So that means if we do 10 here, if the particle ID is 11, then it's gonna start over at 1 again. So if we do like this, now you see all the particles here. And we're actually gonna change this output particle quad, and we're gonna do a mesh. And this mesh, we're gonna have, here we have the happy face, and we made it to read and write here, important. And then we have the mesh here, we named it, so it's easy to find. So we just put it here. So now we have the happy faces, and we need to change the shader. And we already made the shader, and we, inside the shader, made sure we check the support VFX. So now if we open this one, we have this one here. So now we have the, this is 1000 particles. So the reason we only see 10 is because here, whenever a particle goes up to 10, it's going to start over from the beginning. So if we do 20, it will go all the way up to 20 and start over. So we're going to use size, because this size is going to derive the size of everything. So now we need to make sure whenever it starts over again, it takes one step further and start over again and one step further. So the way to do this is, so this part is the X position. So now we're going to make the Z position, and here we're going to do divide. So if we take this particle ID and divide with the size, and then we just plug it into the Z position. Now you see we have this kind of long, it's adding one step to it, right? This. So this is good. But we actually don't really want it to, we want it here, we want it to start over again when it comes up to 10. We want it to start over. And if I first show you the other, so let's get an ID again. So now we're going to step it up to the next I position. And if we do size here again, and I'm going to power it by 2. So this thing here is the same thing as multiply it with itself, if you didn't know. So you can use both of these ones. So let's say we just use this one. So now it's for each 100, one layer, we're going to step it up one time. So if we just do divide, and each particle we divide with 100, and then we do a floor to make sure it's floored, and plug it into I. Now you see it's actually stepping up for each 100, it's stepping up one step. But we just want it to be back here, right? Not like a staircase like this. So the way we do it in the Z direction, so this is the Z direction, we just make this solution here too. So we here after the Z, the divide here, we do a modulo, and it's going to be the same as the size. And if we plug it in here, now you see we have it. So this is our box. So this is super nice. And they are all looking in one direction. So I'm going to stop the tutorial here and continue in the next one. So thank you so much for watching.